Hey guys, hope you well. Also wanted to share with you as we have stopped traveling with a camper now with our Hymer. We have it parked at my parents' garden in Czech Republic. So right now we're traveling with the XC90 Volvo. We got it, so I just wanted to show you like this car. It was just such a beast. Bianco, stay. Bianco is there now. Obviously now there is no equipment, nothing for the summer. It's in the shed because it's winter. We're not traveling now. And just wanted to share with you this beauty. It's a D5. It's a 5-cylinder diesel engine. I got it with Bianco. Wait, please. We got it with 190,000 kilometers. And 1 second. Sorry, dog was calling me. So I just wanted to show you this car. Also, one of the reasons is, so basically, why I'm sharing this with you is that we've done we had to fix a few things. So I'm gonna also share some videos regarding this because I think it's important to share this knowledge. For example, I was changing what was it called? Electronic actuator on the turbo, and I did not find any video on this on YouTube. So for example, I'm gonna share this video because at the end I fixed it myself and I saved like 5,000 francs or 5,000 euros, whatever. And because in a normal Volvo official dealership, they told me, oh, you have to change the whole turbo. And then I went to small mechanic and he said, the turbo is fine, you just have to change the electronic actuator. So I did it myself at the end, and it's been since then on 480 kilometers already, going fine. So fingers crossed that it's gonna hold, and so far so good. This car is 2008, late 2008 model, 2009 basically. It's a bit of the facelift already, and I'm gonna leave this open for the dog. One of the reasons why we got this is this beautiful bench, because it's just incredible. You can sit on this, and it's one of the reasons you can just sit here, and it's like a tank basically. This goes all the way up. I also fit here, you can see, and I'm 188 and I'm not hitting my head, so it's great. Obviously it's massive inside. It's got 12 volt sockets. It's a perfect car to camperise basically. It has got lots of storages, lots of little. When you put this down, these seats, then you have massive space. It's just absolutely massive. The other thing I want to still add is the tow bar, but with the time. So I can also take, it's got really nice wheels. I think I am on 255 50 R19s. These are the winter ones. And this was also a great feature because you can move this and move like this. It's, you know, it's just Volvo stuff. It's slidable. So this is what we used to come into the fridge, into the freezer area. See, this is the third row of the seats, which is down now, so we have more space for the dog also. And yeah, I mean, it's all in leather, which is fantastic. You also have to note, like, the car had almost 200,000 kilometers and the seats are like new. And this car was used. Yeah, it was used. I don't know who had it, like family or something, but these seats are just like new. And just listen to the sound of the doors. Hello. It's like a tank. It's solidly built. It's got 2 tons, the weight. It's automatic, six gear automatic Geartronic. And it's, when I got it, it was just like new. I mean, it's still in an immaculate condition. I protected the seats with this now, but the seats are also fine. The 200,000, there's nothing wrong with it. It's literally like new. It doesn't have a roof window, but actually I'm quite happy, to be honest, because I heard they have lots of problems. What else to tell you? The engine is the best engine they ever made, and it's also a beautiful looking car. It's in an R design, so it's an R design option. It's the biggest, the best, basically, the best XC90 that can be up there. It's all-wheel drive, obviously. D5, I already mentioned, 5-cylinder diesel. Consumption 8.9. When we go long trips on motorways, I get to 7.9 sometimes, 8.1. But basically, you always count between 8 to 9 liters per 100 kilometers. Obviously, up here we have the tent roof tent, basically, yeah, for traveling. And so far we've done a lot of kilometers with it. I think we've done around 25 or 30,000 already in a year. It's exactly 1 year that we have it, and I wanted to get always this one. So at the end we found a very good deal, and the former owner was looking after it. The only thing was that I have a feeling that he only did the regular services, because normally Volvos, they last, especially these models prior to 2010, they don't break much. And the only thing was that he was driving with it up to 190,000 kilometers. He probably had it on leasing or whatever, and then he just took another one, probably new one, and he left this one there in the car dealership, and then I picked it up. And obviously he didn't touch anything else except just doing filters, oils, and you know, the general maintenance. But of course, once I have it, then some things start coming up. So for example, we had to change the bearing on the back wheels. The left one was making a massive noise, you know, the bearing that holds the wheel inside. So we had to change the bearings inside. That was the first thing. Then obviously still until now the handbrake is not really working, because on these vehicles, when it's automatic, people don't use the handbrake much, and when you don't use the handbrake, the system down there gets rusty, and the bowen, basically the wire that holds everything, there's a steel wire that holds it gets rusty and it doesn't open anymore. So the moment if I would step on the handbrake and I would activate the handbrakes, I would not be able to open them again, and then it makes a massive squeaky noise. It's just terrible. So that's one of the last things I have to fix. But basically, apart from this and then the electronic actuator, which I'm gonna show in another video, what else we did? Basically, we had to change the swirl flaps. Swirl flaps is the system for the air intake into the engine. So there is like 5 holes that are opening according to how much you step on the gas, how much air you need and how much you don't need. And basically these had to be changed. So this was the biggest repair. It was around 1,500 or 1,700 francs. That was the biggest cost. A few months back I had to fix it. It was broken, that system there, and it was leaking a bit of oil. That's the only thing. Since then we clean everything, and since changing the electronic turbo, which was the biggest scare, because obviously these cars, it has 185 horsepower, but without the turbo it doesn't work. And it's quite funny, because if the little electronic actuator that is there, they used to make this with hydraulic actuator, which they didn't have any problems, any issues. But since they put it into electronic actuators, they do break, you know. But again, after 200,000 kilometers, you know, what do you want? It's incredible. Show me cars these days, the new ones that will last at least 200,000 kilometers, you know. Not even the new Volvos will last. So I want to stick with this one as long as possible. There is absolutely no rust anywhere. That is obviously on the bottom some little pieces, but it's not nothing major, nothing. The Volvos just do not rust anywhere, you know. Like for example here, you will not find a single point where it's rusty. It just doesn't happen, you know. It's all in the perfect condition and it's just like new. So I checked already all this, but they just don't rust, unlike like Škodas or some other kind of vehicles, or Mercedes or BMWs. It's just, I would not buy any of these. And yeah, so we had to change the actuator, and at the end I decided to do it myself. I found it on eBay for like 75 bucks. And I did it myself. The only thing, I could not find any tutorial on this. So at the end I decided to do my own tutorial, so I'm going to also share it with you, because it seems it's quite a common issue on these ones. They don't have many issues, but the few issues that they have, these ones are quite common. After around 200,000 kilometers, this original Hella Garrett actuator that is there, it just doesn't have enough power. And then what happens is when it gets stuck, the turbo doesn't open, the turbo vents, they just don't work anymore. And when the turbo doesn't work, it goes into limp mode, and I was sometimes just stuck on the road going 20-30 kilometers an hour. And it's just, yeah, at that moment you feel like you would like to maybe get a petrol, because in petrol it's just a naturally aspirated engine and you don't have much turbos. They don't have any turbos, and it just goes. So that's the only disadvantage of these kind of turbo diesel cars, that when the turbo breaks, you have no power, literally. It's just, where are those horses, you know? So yeah, it's like, yeah. But now, since I changed it, I had to calibrate it, and now it works. So yeah, that's the Volvo we use now for our trips. I hope it's gonna last long. As I said, we are around 220,000 kilometers right now, and according to other users, they can go up to 500,000 at least. So that will be at least another 10 years maybe, or, you know, let's see how it goes. So I will have to keep it as long as possible. It's a beautiful looking car. It's spacious. That's the main point here. It's a great car for camping. It's really great in snow. Actually, we got stuck last year in Czech Republic. It was massive storm, snowstorm, and this car was just like a king going there with not a single issue. The other cars were on his size, they could not go up the hill. Mercedeses with a rear back, with a rear wheel power, they were just struggling there, but we were going like a king. So it's a real beast. I think from my point of view, we had also another Volvo before, and as a family car, Volvo V50. It did 300,000 kilometers. It's still running, actually. It's still in my father is using it now again, after all those years that I was using it for my family. And then I decided to get this one, and this one is an absolute beast. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed this video, and yeah, that's just wanted to share this with you, that this is our new companion. This is our new tank that's already got us to new places this year a lot, and it's been amazing. We went to Italy, we went to Spain, we went to Czech Republic, we were in North Italy and south of Switzerland looking for houses and lands, and this thing gets absolutely everywhere almost. I mean, not absolutely everywhere, it's not real 4x4, it's all-wheel drive, but the Haldex system is pretty good. It's pretty good, so I'm quite happy so far with it, and I hope it's gonna do loads of miles. And yeah, because it's last year of 2024, guys, have a great year. Happy New Year, all the best. Freedom is the most important. Freedom, prosperity, happiness. Be healthy, be happy. And I'm gonna look forward to see you next video on our journey. Next year, this year, 2025, we are finding, not just searching the sunny hill, we are finding our new sunny hill. So stay tuned and see you there. Ciao. Bianco, you want to say ciao to the camera? Bianco, ciao. You like the car? Yes, it's got lots of space.